Howdy folks, Eric here, back with another standard brew, this time building around Faded Firepower, a new card from Avatar, triple red in the cost, and flash enchantment. This enchantment enters with X fire counters on it, and if a source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, deals that much damage to that permanent, that opponent, plus X, basically, to anything from anything, including deserts. Iridescent Vine Lasher. Basically, that's the play. We've built a Deserts Faded Firepower deck. I'm calling it Jund Heatstroke. This mid-range deck, if you've never played with Deserts before, highly recommended. A very budget mana base that allows you to dip into multiple colors. You don't usually get that out of a budget mana base. Is it slow? Yeah, it can be slow, but we're built to mitigate some of that with our main board, having a lot of main board removal, 3 Day of Black Suns, some life gain in the form of Esper Origins to help us stabilize and stay in the game for longer. The main core of the deck, 4 Outcaster Greenblade, 4 Free Strider Lookout. These are the workhorses here. They find us lands. They're pretty big, mostly Outcaster Greenblade, but Free Strider Lookout's big enough. 3/3 reach. Whenever you commit a crime, look at the top 5 cards of your library, put a land from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Sweet. Constantly ramps us. Our deserts, if you're not familiar with the deserts, they're the cycle of lands from Outlaws of Thunder Junction that enter and deal 1 damage to any target. Sorry, to target player. Target opponent. Imagine if they just entered and killed Ragavan. That would be so sick. But target your opponent, then hit another land drop off the Free Strider Lookout trigger. So every land you play basically is 2 lands from then on, as long as it survives. And then also with our instant speed removal, Deserts do, you're able to trigger this on your opponent's turn. There are a few other ways you can do it, so on and so forth. Pretty sweet card if you've never played with it before. 4 Ice Till, of course. Classically very good with Deserts. 4 Esper Origins, classically very good with Ice Till Explorer. Map the Frontier, a Deserts card that I'm not typically very fond of, but it does 2 things. It helps us ramp into our big plays, and our big plays are Faded Firepower or Luis, aka Morlin. And once we have ramped and we have a Faded Firepower on the field, it doesn't have to be that big. Say we have an X is 4, right? We've spent 7 mana on it. Then our future Map the Frontiers are 2 deserts from our library, right? Which is just it's like the Ouroboros, right? It's both sides of the coin. It ramps us into Faded Firepower, and it's the payoff once we have a Faded Firepower on the field. Pretty nice choice here, I think. The Ouroboros. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Anywho's, 25 lands, mostly deserts mana base, 4 Blooming Marsh, important to be able to have that untapped land on turn 3 for our Outcaster Greenblade and Free Strider Lookout. 4 Conduit Pylons, another desert, taps for 1 mana of any color, it filters really, and when it enters you surveil 1, this helps you put things like Esper Origins in your graveyard. It's kind of, in a way, it can be a bit of a form of card advantage, help you filter through your deck and find your important stuff. 1 of each basic, just for safety. We're not really, like Outcaster Greenblade can find basics. We're not that worried about getting hit with like Demolition Field or anything, but it could happen. And we're testing out 3 Pit of Offerings today. Not a desert, but it is a cave. Not that that matters. When it enters the battlefield, enters tapped, and exile 3 target cards from graveyards. And it can tap for colorless, or it can tap for 1 mana of any of the exiled cards' colors. A lot of graveyard stuff happening in the meta right now, and this not only helps you kind of clean up opponents' graveyards for pretty much free, it's also another crime for our Free Strider Lookout to keep things flowing. Gives us a little extra reach too, like if we have a Free Strider Lookout on the field, ping them with a desert, maybe we luck into a little graveyard hate for free. Sideboard, pretty straightforward. 4 Duresses, 3 Soul Guide Lanterns, couple Fire Magics, couple Bitter Triumphs, couple Heritage Wrecks, couple Deadly Cover-Ups. Not sure that the Deadly Cover-Ups are necessary anymore, now that we're on the 3 Day of Black Sun in the main, but gonna run it like this. Gonna play it at least a few matches. We'll see how it goes. Could be a little too slow for the meta. I like the idea, though, and if you're into sort of like budget builds, I think this is a pretty cool one. It comes in just about $100 in paper, and it'll do some powerful stuff. And you can take this and build it into a more, I think, reasonable like Ice-Till Explorer list with a better mana base if you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I like that it has access to Day of Black Sun pretty quickly. We can Esper Origins on 2 for our future land drops. There's a lot you can do with deserts, though. There's a lot you can do with deserts. Yes, it pings them, I guess. The damage is not that important, to be honest. It's important just to have the targets. Okay, jumping right into it with the little Gran action here. I like the Green Blade. I'm going to leave the Lookout in the deck. It'll get shuffled away by the Green Blade. Go like that. But I like that the Green Blade finds us our 4th land drop, and specifically, it can help find the Conduit Pylons, which come in untapped. And this guy gets really, really big, really fast. Hopefully our main deck Graveyard Hate will come into play here. I think I've put myself into a position where I have to play the Green Blade next turn just to be able to keep hitting land drops in the future. Otherwise, I might consider just, I don't know, maybe playing out these Iridescent Vine Lashers. Still, it's getting a little buff. It'll dodge any Firebending Lessons they have left in their hand. I think I'm going to go Conduit Pylons to be able to cast Esper Origins next turn. And our colors are pretty good already, so not too worried. We want to set up some lands in our graveyard for Ice-Till. Esper Origins is pretty good at doing that. Just a very solid combination here. Monument Online. They're going all in here. I don't know that we have any main deck ways to interact with this little combo here, but we'll see. Maybe we can surveil a land into the graveyard and play this Ice-Till. Yeah, I like that. Get this going. Start swinging in with our Green Blade. Put some pressure on them so they... Ooh, Pit of Offerings is interesting. I don't think we need to map the frontiers anymore here. Start swinging. We can't just sit around and let them kill us with the monument. It comes out pretty quick, so we need to be a little proactive here, I think. And if they commit like a big board of Otters or whatever, we can Day of Black Sun for 1 and sweep their whole board. Another monument. It'll be a lot of damage, but I'm not sure that it's going to be fast enough here, actually. The Pit of Offerings out of the graveyard looks really nice to clean out some of their lessons. And then we have Luis eventually. Yeah, they're not getting any cost reduction quite yet, so they can't really super combo off quite yet. Bounce their Storm Chaser's talent, make some more Otters, discard some cards. They have a decent setup, but I'm not sure that it's going to be fast enough, especially with our Luis in hand here. Grand's online. Let's go ahead. Let's Day of Black Sun for 1 for sure, just to get the cost reduction from Grand gone. Make sure we tap this. If you play Deserts on Arena, make sure you manually tap your Conduit Pylons. Arena loves to auto-tap other stuff instead of Conduit Pylons. Play our Pit of Offerings here. Take them off of some lessons. Hopefully mill another land. That'd be sweet. Yep. Okay. Keep our land drops flowing. Nice. Just gonna hit him here. Not much of a reason to hold back any damage. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Luis for 5. Plus a Jagged Barons, plus an Iridescent Vine Lasher is another 2 damage. I'm just gonna play a Vine Lasher on 1 here. Plus a bigger Outcaster Greenblade next turn. Threatening a pretty quick lethal here. Not sponsored, by the way. Not non-alcoholic. Shout out to Coors Edge, big fan. Not that much of a drinker in the first place, but I do like the taste of beer, and it's kind of been nice lately, more than ever. Your access or your options as far as non-alcoholic beers go. Big fan of the Go brand as well. Shout out. Not affiliated. not just a random guy on a Sunday night enjoying a non-alcoholic beer. Not affiliated. Our opponent's doing some stuff. Playing cards. I mean, I am at 9. Yeah, maybe I am just dead if they have an instant. Wow. That added up quickly. Huh. I wonder if they have like a quench in hand though, like if I'm gonna have to cast something for them to be able to trigger their last thing here. Okay, Boomerang Basics makes me kind of think that they don't have anything actually. So they're gonna have to go for more treasures if they haven't already. They're letting me untap, which makes me think they don't have anything. So, play a land. I can try to play around Quench, I suppose. Are they just slow rolling me? Oh, they're just slow rolling me. Okay. Burn me out with the monuments. Bring in the dresses. Bring in the Heritage Rex. Yeah, bring in the Soul Guide Lanterns, I think. Fire Magic. I think our Day of the Black Sun is a little better here than Fire Magic. Day of Black Sun. I guess it's mostly the same. Maybe Fire Magic is better. Mostly the same. 3 mana to kill Grandma either way. But Fire Magic can kill a lot of dorks for 1. It's mostly the same. Maybe we'll play 2 and 2. Cut down on the Desert Stews. I think we maybe want at least 1 in case they bring Riddler. Although if they're at the point where they're casting Riddler, I think we can do better things with our mana than just kill it. Maybe cut down on a couple, map the frontiers, cut down on our big stuff a little bit here. Lizards might not be the way we win this game. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe go down a couple, map the frontiers. Not really sure. Just gotta interact with them a bit more. Make sure we kill those. Having 3 Monument to Endurance on the field, by the way, a little ridiculous. But it is what it is. This is an okay hand. The colors are a little weird. I think maybe we open on a Conduit Pylons. Play the Bristling Backwoods second. Try to get another Desert, I think. Actually, I think I like the Duress. We can cast this on turn 2. Oop. Faded Firepower. Gonna pass on that for now. Not really quite the time I want to draw it. Just go ahead and get the Monument out of their hand, I think. Just don't really want to deal with that. The talent's nice for them, but they win the game with the Monument, you know what I mean? Okay. I like the desert draw here. Just gonna play Bristling Backwoods and then go into Baron's Free Strider Lookout next turn. And then if that survives, it probably won't. We can get the lizards going. Maybe I play the lizards first. No, probably not. Free Strider Lookout, grab a pit. Not super effective quite yet, but we can clear out some of our own stuff to at least make it tap for relevant colors. Could be a tough one. Grandmother. They have to do a bit of an awkward thing here if they want to kill my Lookout right now. No, I guess it's not that awkward. They get to discard a lesson here. That's pretty nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good play, good play. Soul Guide Lantern, nice draw. I'm gonna go for Soul Guide. I'm gonna go for the Vine Lashers first. I can pay for the Quench if they have it, and then I can play a land. And then pay for the Quench on Soul Guide Lantern. Combustion Technique. Okay. They have the cost. Ooh, they have the cost reduction here now. A little awkward. Yeah, that worked out pretty nicely here with the artist talent for them. A little rough. Still, gotta play the lantern now, I think. Yeah, that's tough. Artist talent, actually. Maybe I took the wrong card. The way this enables their like graveyard is pretty tough here. Too little, too late, perhaps. Frustrating, I suppose. Frustrating. It kind of feels like this deck can just do everything. But if you look at my previous video, built a deck specifically to try to counter it, and it went pretty well. I really enjoyed playing that Abzan Midrange list. Recommend you check it out if you're tired of this shenanigans. Gonna try to stay positive, though. Could just take a loss and move on. Don't think we're supposed to pop the Soul Guide yet. Keep it rolling. Land is not ideal. Maybe I'm supposed to kill off Gran here, keep them off of the cost reduction. Hold on to the Jagged Barons, hit them for 1. I think that's okay. Lizard Token's not doing a whole lot. See, here's an example of auto tap being silly. Not that it matters, but just heed my warning if you do play something like this. Manually tap your Conduit Pylons. I kind of have a feeling they have a second Gran in hand. Abandoned attachments. Filtering through their deck at a rapid pace. Fortunately, no monument on the field. We have a lot of good top decks. I wouldn't mind seeing like a an Icetail Explorer. Try to accrue some value that way. Let these resolve. Exile their graveyard here. It's not gonna make a huge difference probably because they have so many cards in hand already. But you gotta do what you can to keep them off of their lessons, I suppose. Storm Chaser's talent, pretty good for them. Pretty good. Let's just put, you know what? Let's put Orcish Bowmasters into standard. Maybe we think about Orcish Bowmasters in Standard. They're doing the thing, as they love to do. Getting through their deck at a rapid pace. Accumulate Wisdom, why not? I probably could just scoop it up here, but let's go ahead and see what we draw. Let's go ahead and see what we draw after they take a million actions. Okay, Ice Till. Pretty good. See what it do. I think they're just gonna kill this right now. Yep, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Tough deck to beat. Tough deck to beat. The addition of the artist talent monument to endurance element is really interesting because it just gives them. They were already very like good at attacking you on multiple axes before, but now you have to think about dealing with enchantments and artifacts. It's like how do we win? How do we win? There's simply too much going on. Gary the Square, what are you up to, brother? On to match 2, currently 0-1. I think if I got a nice little 2-1 overall, I'd be like, "Hey, deck's sweet," and then be happy there. Let's go ahead. Lead on. I'm gonna lead on the Pit of Offerings. I don't think we need more colorless mana, and I think we want to hold this desert for our Free Strider Lookout. Anti-causal Vestige. Could this be a mono black Ugin deck with the Terminus of Return? Seems like a mono black Ugin deck to me. Might as well try to get some pressure on, I suppose. Could be a tough one. Could be a tough one. Or maybe it won't be tough at all. And maybe our deck is awesome. Maybe it won't be tough at all, and maybe our deck is awesome. Just go for the Pit of Offerings again here. Grab our red source. We have to be thinking about getting triple red online eventually if we want to cast our Faded Firepower. I know I said at the top of the video I built around it. Well, it is kind of true. Obviously there aren't 4 in my deck, so maybe it's not built around, but the deck, I guess maybe a better way to put it is, I think this is a decent shell in the first place where you could do things like cast Big Luis, and I'm curious to know if Faded Firepower is a good top-end piece for deserts. Okay. I like the Ice Till here. We have some land drops to make. Gonna hold that desert for now. Maybe we get to surveil into... Yeah, I like hitting a land out of the graveyard. Just gonna play that. Cool. Some value going. There's the Ugin. I don't feel like we've lost quite yet, but could be tough. We kind of maybe have a chance to go over the head of everything if we set up a decent turn over top of everything. Start with Esper Origins here. Dump both of these in the graveyard. Try to get something a little more relevant. There's another Ice Till. That's quite nice. Nice Till. Can't cast it quite yet. Let's go with our Green Blade here. Continue to get some red sources online. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. So a Luis for 6, or Faded Firepower for 5, and then Faded Firepower plus Ice Till probably kills them pretty quickly. Just gotta maybe hit the Ugin once or twice if we can. Fortunately for us, Faded Firepower has Flash, which I'm not sure that they're going to be able to deal with particularly easily. Couple Vestiges, hitting the field. Warped. Notably both warped. And can they even win if they ultimate Ugin? Like, if I don't have anything on the board, what does that do for them exactly? Mr. Marlboro Man. Yeah, just discard a swamp, I guess. Yeah. Exile the top 3 cards of my library, that's fine. Another Ice Till. Sweet. Go ahead and play the first one. Hold up mana in case we hit Esper Origins here. Probably just going to hit them with a Hit of Offerings. Take off the graveyard options here. I guess I maybe should have waited a second. Oh, there's a Faded Firepower. Bye-bye. Do we have the other one in our deck still? No! No! Why is that? Why is that my karma? Well, I don't think I can win. I don't think I can win anymore. Big Luis probably isn't enough. Yeah, I don't think I can win anymore. But I'm pretty sure I needed a Faded Firepower line there. Bring in the Duresses, bring in the Bitter Triumph, bring in the Heritage Rex, seems okay. Take out, probably just take out all the Deserts too. If they want to do something cheeky and bring in creatures, that's fine. We cut the Day of the Black Suns. Deadly Cover-Up's kind of interesting. Take all the Ugins out of their deck, maybe. This looks kind of clean, though. Probably cut down a Bitter Offering, or a Pit of Offerings. That's fine. Still at 24 lands, should be enough. Little awkward. Gotta mulligan that. We'll keep this. Probably just get rid of the Bitter Triumph here. Lead on a Duress. Maybe we can just keep them off of mana forever. Couple Ugins. Yep, I'll take the Candy Trail. There's a Ghost Vacuum. Not that big of a deal. Esper Origins, not so bad. Maybe I just Heritage Wreck the Ghost Vacuum so I can get my Esper Origins going. They're pretty far away from the Ugins in hand. Yeah, let's just Heritage Wreck this. It'll help me get green mana online too with the Pit of Offerings here. I'm gonna leave the Ghost Vacuum in there. I guess we don't have any more Pit of Offerings. Might as well just take it out. Zero-point Ballad, huh? I kind of like the Map the Frontier here. There's a chance they don't have another land in hand, right? So if I lead on the Free Strider, there's maybe a chance that this gets through everything, and we'll keep the Outcaster Greenblade on top. Okay, they're probably just going to 0-point Ballad then. Virtue, fine. Let's go ahead, Outcaster Greenblade, grab a Conduit, and then play our Esper Origins. Bitter Triumph. I think we want to leave it in the deck, but we don't necessarily want it right now. Nah, maybe that's not true. Let's draw the Bitter Triumph, and then we can map the Frontier away. The Deserts next turn. Ghost Vacuum, a little annoying. They're still pretty far away from Ugin. Map the Frontier buffs our Outcaster Greenblade quite a bit here. Get some red sources. We already have double green. And now we have double black. That's probably fine. Something like this. Hit them for 5. Yeah, they can't kill my Outcaster Greenblade, huh? Because it's based on toughness. I thought it was mana value. But, yeah, they might struggle with the Outcaster Greenblade here. He's pretty big. You need to womp him. Might end up bitter triumphing a fish token next turn. That could be enough to seal the deal. Yep. Would like to draw just a desert. Just a little pingy desert here. Put them at 7. Yep, that'll do her. Good show, good show. Unless they have a bitter triumph in hand. Nice. Sweet. Outcaster Greenblade. Some are calling it Tarmogoyf in Standard? I don't know. It's pretty good, though. It's huge. It's huge. Gets huge real fast. Finds you a land. Finds you fixing. There's some utility lands you can get. I'm not playing really any of the utility deserts in this list, but I'm going to keep this. I like the Duress. I like the Esper Origins here. Just go ahead and lead on the Duress, I think. Keep them off of like a Terminus of Return, perhaps. Yeah, probably even better to just keep them off the Mazemind Tome, to be honest. Just keep them off the Mazemind Tome. Play our Bristling Backwoods. That should be fine. I like the Outcaster Greenblade draw. Guarantees that we keep hitting our land drops here. They are stuck on lands. Huge for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the first Greenblade, I think. Helps us get into Ice Till territory pretty quickly here. And one of them will stick eventually. First Bitter Triumph down. No problem. Grab a Conduit Pylons. Still stuck on lands. Huge. Ooh, I like the Free Strider lookout. We get to guarantee that we get a trigger here. Because we just get to put this on the stack as a land drop. Boom. Yeah, they kept a pretty sad hand when I have a Duress there, I suppose. Okay, map the frontier, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and play the Ice Till, I think. Hit our land drop, surveil 1, probably hit another land here. No, but I will keep the Duress on top. Play the Esper Origins. Might be able to just put another land in the graveyard off the Esper Origins. Man, I like the Outcaster Greenblade too. I don't really have a way to draw into it. Well, so I could... Yeah, I can leave it both on top like this. Cast the Esper Origins next turn. Draw the Greenblade with the Esper Origins. And they scoop it up. Fair enough. Hey, you know what? Not really a real game there, but overall the matches were... They were decent. I think more than showing off the power of Faded Firepower, we showed off the power of Ice Till Explorer and Outcaster Greenblade, but let's play until we have a good Faded Firepower game at least. It seems more like an EDH card where you can really close out the game, cast it for like X equals 10, and then I don't know, even like Chandra, Flames of the Firebrand at that point is like 1,000,000 damage, right? Decent hand, a little slow. Hopefully we're not against the Otters. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. On the play, at least. Lead on Festering Gulch, of course. Susur Secundi, Void Altar. Never seen this card played in my life. Go ahead and get a Vine Lasher on the field. A little early aggression. This will add up. And we want to play the Green Blade on 3 anyway. They don't have anything going on. Play another Gulch. See, this is the kind of matchup we like, where our opponents aren't doing anything, and we have the Faded Firepower in hand here. Okay, could be a good one. Lumbering World Wagon. Well, gonna hold up removal from here on out, or at least hold up a blocker. I've cast enough World Wagons in my life to fear the lethal play. Yeah, I could just play a Green Blade. Don't need to give him information here. Get another red source going. I guess there's a world where they kill this and Harmonizer and have a land. Yeah. I'm gonna play around. I'm gonna play around that. Because I'm pretty sure we're doing well either way. Kona Rescue Beastie. Maybe that makes a little more sense. They plop in a Valgavoth here. We can beat that. But hopefully we're getting close to setting up our big Faded Firepower into Map the Frontier. Or we could go Map the Frontier into Faded Firepower. Let's see. I feel like there's not much of a reason to block. Say they play Valgavoth. I guess I'll block with the Green Blade. I think that seems okay. Assuming Valgavoth is coming down, but maybe it's like a Virtue of Persistence. Vaultborn Tyrant. Okay. Well, I can kill a Vaultborn Tyrant if I need to. Rather not. Esper Origins. I'm really thinking I need to get this Faded Firepower on the field quickly as possible. Maybe we go Desert's Dew Kona. Esper Origins. Play a tapped Jagged Barrens. Untap Faded Firepower for X equals 3. And then map the Frontier the following turn. Hit 3 more land drops. Sorry, 2 more land drops plus the pings from Iridescent Vine Lasher is 12 damage. And then if I like draw a land naturally, that could do it. They're going to gain some life from Vaultborn Tyrant here. 3-star Lookout. I mean, these are good cards. I kind of feel like we have to go for it, though. Don't you think? I guess I could... I'm close to being able to play both of these, but let's just go ahead and try this line. Pass on those. Hopefully draw another land. And then we get 6 instances, 5 or 6 instances of 1 damage, which is 15 or 18. Earth King, cool. Gaining some life. They might put themselves out of reach here. Okay, killing off the Vine Lasher is a little tough. Yeah, maybe I just needed to keep Big Boy Outcaster Greenblade around. I mean, he's bigger than the Vaultborn Tyrant, right? Kind of interesting. Our opponent's doing some interesting stuff. I like the Earth King. It makes... Okay, well... Blessed. Hashtag blessed. Yeah, I think we play the big green blade here. Mostly because he's huge. Yeah, just play a Jagged Barrens, I think. Now we can Faded Firepower for 4 next turn. Taking a lot of damage here, probably. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Main deck, Fire Magic is kind of an interesting idea, because if you, like, Faded Firepower for as much as you can, -1, and then Fire Magic, we'll put that in the graveyard. Then, kind of go on autopilot here. And then Fire Magic. That can be a pretty reasonable board wipe here. So, like, say we had it for 3. It wouldn't have killed everything, but it wouldn't have been terrible either, necessarily. Could have killed, like, the World Wagon and everything at instant speed. Okay. Do they get haste naturally? No. Eh. We're probably not in this. Earth King. I love the Earth King. I love the bear. Bosco, my boy. Kill the wagon. Okay. Come on, Faded Firepower. That was your chance, dude. That could have been it. Bringing the Heritage Rex for the wagons, I suppose. Not great, but flexible-ish. I'm going to bring in, you know what? I'm going to bring in a couple Duress. I'm going to bring in a lot of Duress. It's not the best, but the combination, I think, of having removal plus Duress for, like, oh, what's the name of the card? The Spree one. Remill. You know what I'm talking about. Or you can just put creatures from your hand into play. I think that's okay. Esper Origins is a little slow. You can go down a couple of those. Got a little of our up in here. Day of the Black Sun, I think, probably doesn't do anything. All of their creatures are so huge. Leave the Faded Firepowers in. They're good, I swear. I don't know. Maybe we just play like 2 Duress. One Heritage Wreck. Maybe they're trying to reanimate Valgavoth too. I'm not really sure. Okay, let's get a cool flashy dub here. Hand's okay. I like that it has lands and spells. I like that it's got lands and spells for us to use. Llanowar Elves. What the hell? Land in the graveyard for a future Ice Till here. Love to see it. Bramble Familia. They have Susur Secundi, of course. Could just get me with a turn 3. Okay, well, we have removal now. Let's just go ahead and play our tapped land then. Hopefully we can build up into like a turn 5 lookout. Yes. Kill the Kona. Maybe we just go for Map the Frontier next turn. Really open up our mana to start double spelling. I kind of like that. Jam! Shields down. All in. This is how you get into Faded Firepower range. You just gotta jam and cross your fingers. May your hand be blessed with 7 Valgavoths. Play Green Blade. Grab a ping land. Play a Lookout. Play a ping land. Trigger the Lookout. Grab a Pylons here. Hopefully we can surveil something meaningful to the top. We have the biggest boy. 3 mana, 8/9, by the way. Yep, that's cute. Another desert. Well, we're ramping. If you can say anything about us, you can say that we're ramping. Go for more Pylons. Heritage Wreck. Actually, not that bad. But I'm going to skip on it for now, because I'm going to trigger this Lookout anyway. We're not really even going to be able to see it. Might as well take the pit here. Pretty good show. Check it out. Decent medical drama. Shout out. Do I swing? Yeah, I think so. They'll get another draw, but I like that, I'd rather they have this token here than a real Vaultborn Tyrant. Makes killing it a little easier in the future. Galta? Stampede Tyrant? Oh my god. It's Ureni. The song unending? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. No trample on the Green Blade, unfortunately. It might be a real card if it had trample naturally. I think it's pretty good with Herd Heirloom. But in this case, just a big boy. Just a big boy. Not necessarily dead quite yet. I have some good top decks here left in the deck. Oh, big boy. I'm happy to see you, but maybe not under these circumstances. Alright, gotta get one more in. At least. Still haven't seen the Faded Firepower do its thing. I'm sure it can. I'm sure it can. Currently 1 and 2 overall. Not a great showing against that list. Yeah. Not much to say there. They had big stuff. What could this list use? How could you make Faded Firepower more consistent? Maybe if all you intended to do is cast it for 4, X is 1. That's pretty bad. Actually, you're really not getting too much mileage out of that. I think you have to cast it for at least 2 or 3 to really do anything meaningful with it. I feel like we're on the right track. We're just not out of the gates fast enough maybe to make use of its explosiveness. Like if we were more dedicated into strictly ramping into it, and then with our last card, we're able to just kill them outright like a little combo. This is a pretty decent hand. Patchwork Beastie. Just lead on a desert here. Our main deck, Graveyard Hate, should come in handy. Okay, it's this classic sort of aggro list that we've seen pop up since the Avatar release in that big tournament in Japan. It's like a weird Ouroboros, Badgermole Cub Delirium list. Just gonna cast the Esper Origins here, I suppose. Put another one and a land in the graveyard. That's pretty good. Start chumping with our Iridescent Vine Lasher, slow down the game a little bit. Would not mind hitting a Pit of Offering. Summon Brynhildr. Big fan of that card. I think it's pretty solid. Played a nice deck with Jekt, giving Jekt the 4-mana guy from Final Fantasy. Haste. Swinging in. Just got to get some blocks on the field, I think. They're probably going to be able to turn on Delirium here. Did they not mill themselves? Oh, they knew what was on top from Cenote Scout. Right. Cenote Scout. Kind of tough here. Gotta block Summon Brynhildr, suppose. Doesn't super matter. Could draw a Day of Black Sun. I guess I don't have the... Alright, tough. Hey. Trying to keep a positive... Hey, trying to keep a positive attitude here. Bring in our Graveyard Hate. Bring in some board wipes. Let's go down the stuff that doesn't super matter. I'm really not sure that Iridescent Vine Lasher does anything in this matchup. Let's go ahead. Maybe cut the map to Frontiers. And I think I like everything else. Seems solid. Pit of Offering could be an all-star here. We have at least one more game to play, and then another one if we win. Could demonstrate some good power here, clean it up, get our nice 2-2 overall. Do I believe in Faded Firepower? Am I trying to sell you on this card? Not really. No. It's mostly just gotten stuck in my hand, you know? It doesn't do anything when it's played. I mean, that's pretty much the main problem, right? Like, if you played this and it won you the game on the spot, I guess I could see it being kind of interesting. Like, if you played it in, like, a deck with Arabella and Hired Claw, maybe. Like, it was the top of your curve in an aggressive list where all of your creatures ping when they attack. That's kind of an interesting idea. You could play the little flame, the 2-mana guy that taxes card draws. Yeah, maybe I'll test it out there next. Kind of interesting. I like the Pit of Offerings. Gonna keep this. I like the removal. I like the board wipe. This seems like a solid plan. I think we could win this game. Cenote Scout. No problem. Esper Origins, not bad. Sorry, Free Strider Lookout, not bad. Put that in the graveyard. Might as well leave the Heritage Wreck on top. It's pretty flexible. Kills a lot of their creatures. I think I'm just going to jam the Free Strider Lookout next turn, and I might be able to get 2 triggers on it if I untap with it. They're not really in a position where I feel like I need to jam Pit of Offerings quite yet. I'd rather delay that anyway. Soul Guide Lantern. Fine. Not a huge deal. Wildfire Wicker Folk. Swinging in. No blocks. No blocks from this guy. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play this Conduit Pylons right here. I can, on my turn, I'm going to leave that in the deck. On my turn, Deserts do, like the Wicker Folk, and then Heritage Wreck the other guy on their turn. Get multiple triggers off this Free Strider Lookout. Get some more... I think that looks okay. Kill that. Pass it to you. Hold up the Heritage Wreck. And then Pit of Offerings on my next turn. Get another trigger. We're ramping. I really like Free Strider Lookout. I think it's especially interesting if you have utility lands that you can get with it. I mean, imagine if it just grabbed you like a man land every time it triggered, you know? Draws a card off their Soul Guide Lantern. They're reading conduit pylons. They're unsure of what's going on here. Overprotect on their FOMO. Sweet. They were trying to go for Delirium, but kind of backfired on them a little bit there. They have Black Sun for 1. I think I can just hold up the board wipe. I'm kind of winning. Eat their FOMO. Eat their Wildfire Wicker Folk. Eat their instant. Leave them with creature and land. Another Pit of Offerings. Okay, kind of sweet. Just delete their graveyard. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Maybe should have left some stuff in my graveyard to, I probably also should have swung there. That's okay. Left some stuff in my graveyard to collect evidence with for Deadly Cover-Up. Tersa Light Shatter. Well, here's where we're at. We have big mana. We're primed and ready. If any game was going to be the game where we do a big, I'm gonna wipe the board anyway. I think I might as well block. If any game was going to be the game where we do a big Faded Firepower, I think it could be this one. Hold this desert for certain triggers. Could use an Ice Till Explorer. Wildfire Wicker Folk. Breakout. FOMO. It's pretty good. A lot of damage for having nothing before. Puts me to 5. I better not lose this game. Esper Origins. Okay, sweet. Go ahead and Deadly Cover-Up. Let's take all the Wildfire Wicker Folks out of their deck, I think. Yeah, that makes sense to me. There's another one. What do they have going on here? Oh, they're not on the Ouroboros Badgermole Cup plan. This is a little more traditional with a Nova Hellkite in there. Interesting. Breakouts, Violent Urge, just trying to kill me. Okay. I'm glad we're seeing this Keen-Eyed Curator, though. We can hold the Esper Origins and play it out fully next turn. Breakout? No. Stop. Brother. Come on, really? Come on. Just let me do it. Let me do it once. I thought this was going to be the game. How was I supposed to play around that? How was I supposed to play around that? I guess exile their graveyard completely? No, that wouldn't have done it. Okay. Come on. All right, I'm going to give it one more try. The full 5 matches. Don't play this deck. And don't let this be indicative of Deserts overall. This is not my favorite Deserts build ever. I highly recommend that you try Deserts and explore it. But this list, not that. It's not very good. Not very good. I like the main deck Day of Black Sun. Okay. Burnout Bastronaut. Spire Bluff Canal, Burnout Bastronaut. Huh. On the draw, unfortunately. Give it one last try. Come on. Let me do the Faded Firepower thing. I like... Maybe I have to think about removing the Bastronaut here. Yeah. I'll just hold up removal. Frostcliff Siege. Well, I'll just kill this guy. Not a big deal. I guess I should have let them make their choice. I figured they're probably just going to pick Teamer anyway. That seems to be in vogue right now. Put some lands in our graveyard. Gain a couple life. Hit them with the Barons. Astrologian's Planisphere. I don't know why I say it like that. It just feels right. Boomerang basics. Oh, we're comboing. We're comboing. Gonna go for the Lookout. I think I'm gonna go for the Pit of Offerings here. Take the Boomerang basics out of the equation. Get a Blooming Marsh. Maybe could have gotten a red source if we wanted to try to live the Faded Firepower dream. If I was truly committed to Sparkle Magic, probably should have taken the Faded Firepower. Little Donnie Darko reference for your knowers out there. Well, Esper Origin's not looking too bad here. Day of Black Sun not looking too bad here. We'll draw the Green Blade. I'm gonna Day of Black Sun for 0 anyway, probably, so maybe I just play the Vine Lasher now. Start getting some pings in. I guess Day of Black Sun for 0 kills Esper Marauder, but probably not the end of the world. Maybe I can postpone it. Try to get a big... Oh! Okay. They were scared of the deserts. They were frightened. They heard me talking about Faded Firepower and knew I was willing to use it. Bring in the Heritage Rex, I think. Probably bring in some Fire Magics. Hitting their graveyard seems a little less important. I'm gonna leave out the Soul Guide Lanterns, I think. It doesn't look like, it's not the full-on Lessons version, probably. I guess it could be. I'll bring in one. Cut the map, the frontier. Seems a little slow, uninteractive. Maybe uninteractive is the way to put it. Cut a Day of Black Sun. Cut an Ice Till. Got a Free Strider Lookout. I don't know, just trim some stuff around here. Got a Conduit Pylons. I don't know. The Pit of Offerings might just be enough graveyard hate if they have anything that they care about. I think I gotta mulligan this. Not having black here is pretty tough. Alright, bye Ice Till. I love you, but I must part with you for now. Storm Chaser's Talent. See if we can take them off of a Boomerang basics. Another Storm Chaser's Talent. Interesting little hand they have going on here. Day of Black Sun kills Hazaret, which is kind of nice. Hopefully we draw another black source here. Kind of the perfect draw. We'll put this stuff in the graveyard. I guess we could just Fire Magic for one. I have to Day of Black Sun for 2 if I want to get Hazaret off the field. It won't be online by then. I think I'm going to pass on it. I think it's just more important to hit lands right now. And we have an answer. Quantum Riddler. The Riddler. I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. There's a land. Play the backwoods. Probably time to duress them. Another Hazaret, interesting. Player Soul Guide Lantern. Just take them off of targets for Storm Chasers. Might need to cycle the Soul Guide Lantern. Just play your Hazaret. Come on, don't be a coward. Does have haste. It's kind of scary. Pass it to me. I think I'm just going to play the Esper Origins here. The one in my graveyard, I mean. Put a duress in the graveyard. Take a... Yeah, yeah, I guess I'll take a Free Strider Lookout. It's better than whiffing, you know? Hazaret might be coming down here. The Planisphere. Hazaret. Pretty big. 5/3 Indestructible Haste. Interesting. It could be worth the extra 5 life to just block if I'm going to Day of Black Sun anyway. Do I need the 3 mana for anything? Or the 2 mana? I guess the extra 2 mana lets me get this Esper Origins in my graveyard. And I can maybe hit him. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, okay, that's kind of huge actually. That lets me hold up Desert Stew for their second Hazaret. Kind of cool that I have ways to kill their stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have all the black mana I need to be able to do that. So, I guess I just hit them, wipe the board, plan to kill the next Hazaret with the Desert Stew. Or I play the Free Strider Lookout, Desert Stew this Hazaret, start getting my Free Strider Lookout going, and then it's all still alive through Day of Black Sun. Sorry, my Free Strider Lookout survives the Day of Black Sun for 2. I think that's kind of interesting. Maybe I start by drawing a card here off the Soul Guide Lantern, then hit like a desert to play. Another Day of Black Sun. Well, simplifies things a little, I guess. Pass it to ya. See what you do. -4, -4. I guess this disincentivizes them from playing another Hazaret, which I kind of wanted them to do. Drawing cards. Going in with Hazaret. Yeah, I guess we just kill this one. Get some land drops. Outcaster Greenblade. Kind of a nice draw. I can Day of Black Sun for 1. I think I like that. Grab a Conduit Pylons, Day of Black Sun for 1. Slow them down a little bit here. Ooh, another Esper Origins in the graveyard. Nice. Can't hit him, unfortunately. But I could block the Quantum Riddler with Free Strider Lookout if I needed to. And I can block Hazaret with Outcaster Greenblade. I think that's fine. Even if they, like, shock it, not a big deal. Come on, baby. Faded Firepower. Off the top. I can't even really cast it. Am I allowed to publish a video, claim this is a Faded Firepower video at the top, and not cast it even once in the video? Am I allowed to do that? It feels a little weird. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. I will. I vow right now. I'm gonna continue this run of matches until I cast the Faded Firepower. At the very least. At the very least. Hmm. Opponent is taking some time. They possibly are regretting casting this Azeret. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna get Raceway with the Riddlers. That's cool. If they swing out, though, can I just kill them next turn? Swinging with the Riddlers. One Riddler. Swinging with Hazaret. No reason to do that. Block. Pass it back to me. Duress. Interesting. Would love to be able to kill this Riddler. Suppose we cast an Esper Origins here. Hit of Offerings. Another Green Blade. I like the Green Blade. I think I need to Duress. Try to get another land in my graveyard here. Sorry, not land in my graveyard. Try to get another desert on the field so my Green Blade can swing into their Riddler. Frostcliff Siege seems kind of important to take them off of. No more trample. Could be doing it. They might be able to put together a little combo. Enchantment creature. Enchantment. They're pretty far away from Delirium, so they can't do like a hasted fear of missing out thing. Might be doing okay. At the very least, I can Day of Black Sun for 2. Keep them off of anything, any of their little guys here. Swing in with the Green Blade, force them to block with the Riddler. They swing with their Riddler. So now if I draw targeted removal, they're dead. I think I probably have to block here, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, I guess I don't. I guess I just kill them. Well, I guess Day of Black Sun kills my Esper Moduin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I Day of Black Sun for 4. I have 3 mana left. I could draw, like... I don't know. But I think I'm going to take it. Esper Origins. I have a lot of mana to work with. I can definitely get some more deserts. It's right now in this exact moment that I am regretting not having the desert where I can take them off of blockers. That's the one. If you're going to play a utility desert between the bounce land and the no blocks land, I really like the one that keeps them off of blockers. It's just 3 mana. Target creature can't block this turn. Triggers with crimes with your Free Strider Lookout. Helps your Green Blades get in. I think I'm going to Day of Black Sun for 2. Make them block with a Riddler. Hold back another Free Strider Lookout and gain some life off of. Gain some life off of these Esper Origins. Yeah, we'll take an Ice Tail Explorer. Can't cast this guy. I think it's more important to just gain more life here. They have to block. We do have a blocker. They're still pretty far away from Delirium. A full graveyard, but it's all creatures and enchantments. Come on, Faded Firepower. Right here, right now. Ping ya for 1. I mean 6. No. Wait, no. Can they get Delirium? They can get Delirium and haste their FOMO. Play the FOMO. Discard the last card. A land. Play the FOMO, discard a land, haste FOMO. Kill me with the Quantum Riddler. Do they have it? The Golden Line? Hazaret. Do they also have a Jagged Barons in their deck? Nope. Okay, they've got blockers. I think I need, like... I guess I could Pit of Offering to guarantee to keep them off of Delirium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have an untapped land in here as well? Pit of Offering would take out instant and enchantment, making it pretty hard for them to get Delirium here. But I guess at this point, the math is a little different. I'm at 6. I think I just have to hit a blocker. Gain a little life off of Esper Origins, maybe? If I hit an untapped land, I can play 2. Yeah, I don't think this is the one. Oh. Okay. Keeps my life total in it. Swing. Make them block with the 1/1. A little relevant. Keeps them off of their Hazaret active here. Play another Esper Origins. Get my life total going. There's a Luis. I guess we just leave Luis... Like, I'm gonna do it like this so they don't know that I'm drawing Luis. And keep them from taking a riskier line, I suppose. I don't know. I guess I'm tapped out. Anyway. I don't know. This feels okay. There's probably not a whole lot they can do to play around Luis anyway. Burnout Bastronaut. Quantum Riddler. Well, I think that's it for me. Yeah. Gotta play another one, I suppose. Gotta play another one. We'll take the dub, but I gotta say, would have been preferable being a Faded Firepower dub. Come on, one more. One more. Happy to win. Showed off the strength of Deserts, I guess. Their deck was a little weird. 2 and 3 overall. Gonna send it with one more. And I know it's gonna work out perfectly this time. Only 2 in the deck, but I'm guaranteed to draw it. Faded Firepower from downtown. For all the marbles. On the okay, there it is. But I can't keep this hand. Come on, man. Okay. Outcaster Greenblade. He's kind of a stud, dude. Kind of a stud. This mysterious person, kind of a stud. Cool sword, sweet armor. Burnout Bastronaut. Okay, I like the conduit pylons here. Vine Lasher. probably don't need the Vine Lasher. Maybe this isn't really a Vine Lasher deck anyway. It works nicely with the Freeze Strider Lookout, but we're a little more... We've got bigger things on our mind, you know? Vine Lasher pretty small. Pretty wimpy. Getting in with the Bastronaut. Hired Claw. Definitely going to save Black Sun for 1. So I think I'm just going to grab the basic Swamp from our deck here. Guarantee that we can do it. I guess a Conduit Pylons guarantees that we can do it as well, but... because we have this untapped forest, but this also opens up the opportunity to do it for 2, in case they have the bird or the mouse. Outcaster Greenblade, pretty big. Bigger than Tursa, bigger than Lightning Strike. Hmm. 3 for 1? The faded 3 for 1? Outcaster Greenblade 3 for 1? Wow. Incredible. Oh yeah. It's Luis, baby. Kill your stuff. Now I have bigger dudes than you. Kind of thinking about just conceding the whole match. Okay, Razorkin Needlehead. That's my guy. That's my faded firepower guy, I think. Doesn't that seem so sick? Every time you draw a Pingya for 2, you know, but that adds up quickly. That's Sheoldred. 3? That seems pretty good. Gonna go with a green blade here. Him big, and then cast this Esper Origins. Lets us do Freeze Strider Lookout into Jack. Oh! Yeah, we want it just like this. It's happening. This is the game. They're not gonna see it coming. I can stall just long enough. Gonna block the Hired Claw here. Not gonna play into First Strike, Shock. Make them actually trade for this. Lightning Strike. Okay. We go Freeze Strider Lookout. Probably shouldn't have left the Maps of Frontier on top anyway, but that's okay. Okay, triple red. It's happening. It's happening. I can be freed. I can be freed from this deck. It's happening. Come on, triple red. Don't kill me, please. Iroh's Demonstration main deck in your mono red? That's awesome. That's a sweet choice. Seems really good right now. Faded Firepower into Faded Firepower. Draw a desert. Kill you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do it for 4. Okay, I've got to. I can't. I can't pass up this opportunity. The correct play obviously is like Luis or Esper Origins, but can't pass up this opportunity. They're probably not going to kill me outright here, are they? Another Needlehead. Faded Firepower for 4. It's online. This counts. I've cast it once. This counts. It counts. It counts, dude. Draw. I can play 1 desert for 9 damage? Okay, I gotta gain some life here, though. I guess we just play Big Luis. They might scoop to it, but... gain 9 life, I believe. Yep. Ping you for a sweet 5 damage. Just need to draw one more desert? Okay, kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. Luis obviously would have won the game, I think, regardless of whether we had the faded firepower, but it's very funny. It's very funny. Come on. Dude, if we beat mono red though, like in a best of 3, hey, I'm not saying it's like a skill diff or anything like that. I'm just saying it'd be pretty funny because I'm pretty sure we're heavily unfavored. The Morlands help. We're living the dream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I can faded firepower for 1. and then map the frontier. Pew 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 pew. Gotcha. Blast you for 12. Gotcha. All right, we've done it. I am released. I am released. Now let's win this bad boy. I think we like the duresses against burn. Fire magic seems pretty decent too. Can we do it? Can we finally cut the faded firepower? Nah. Let's keep him in. Map the frontiers can go though. And maybe 1 ice till. 1 vine lasher. Try it like that. See if we can get another sweet faded firepower game. This is not the shell for it. Maybe there's a shell out there. Maybe you just play mono red and mono red pingers or whatever, you know? And like if you get it on 2, it's pretty good. This ain't it. This ain't it. How about I'm gonna try like a shell with the Spider Manifestation and there's another 2 mana creature that taps for red. And then just play a bunch of like play it almost like a mono red, like a big red kind of mid-range list, you know? With 4 Razorkin Needleheads, 4 Hired Claws, just these incidental ways to like ping your opponent out, and then from downtown you can just kind of cheese them with a big faded firepower. We'll get back in the lab on this one. I haven't given up on it. I have not given up. Have you? Gonna keep this. Slow, but Day of Black Sun's pretty important. Hopefully we draw an untapped source. There's our faded firepower also. Razorkin Needlehead. Not that good against us. Not drawing too many cards. Ooh. Fire magic. Suppose it makes sense to play a red source here in case we draw an untapped land. We can fire magic for 2. Kill everything that way. Nova Hellkite. I deserve to lose this, by the way. So if I lose, no hard feelings. I'm playing like 18 tapped lands in my deck. The Gulch. Just cut this game out. We don't need to see this one. Put me on the play. Yeah. I'm not worried about you, mono red. I'm maybe bringing the bitter triumphs. Too late. I'm just here to cast 1 more faded firepower, perhaps. Live that dream. Let you have your dub. I could just concede the whole thing. I did what I came here to do. Against mono red, no less. Yeah. Seems okay. We can interact with them at least. See what they're all about here. Burst Lightning, Iroh's Demonstration. I don't have any creatures, but I think if I did have one, I would like for it to live. Fire Magic's kind of sweet here. Let's go ahead with the Conduit Pylons, I think. Ice Till, okay. We'll take a creature. And then we can Fire Magic for 2. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna play around any pump spells. I don't think they're probably on any pump spells necessarily. Yeah, just do it right now. They could be. Could have been wrong to wait. We'll see. Nope. Nice till, nice till. Let's just go with the Jagged Barons here. This guarantees that we can cast Ice Till next turn. With our Conduit Pylons filtering. Okay, I like this better. First off, it's huge, and second off, we can hold up removal as well. -5, -5, -5, that's enough to kill a Nova Hellkite. Just grab, I think we'll just grab a Forest here. Make sure we can cast our Ice Till and hold up, continue to hold up Desert Stew. Feeling pretty good about this one. Not sure that there's a whole lot they can do. Soulstone Sanctuary. Iroh's Demonstration. Shock. Well, I guess I'll make them move into combat and then kill the Soulstone Sanctuary. So they can't tap it and then cast a 2-drop. Faded Firepower. Right on time, right when I needed you. When I needed you the most, you appeared. Let's just get a land in our graveyard here. Seems fine to me. Nice. Good hit. All right. We're doing it again. Big Faded Firepower. Let's go. Hard Claw. Please don't scoop. Please don't scoop. Let me do the thing. Come on. Wait the 5 more turns it'll take for me to do it. I guess I could just do it right now with this extra mana from Esper Moduin. Cast it for 5. That'll kill him eventually. This counts. That'll kill him eventually. Pretty sure they have to block this. Otherwise they take 9. Okay. And then we have Ice Till to start going crazy. Oh, we're in this. Thank you, Raz Thier, for the opportunity. I'll always remember you. Whee! Please don't scoop. Come on. 5 ya. No, 6 ya. 6 ya. Another Esper Origins, nice. 6 ya? Pretty fun, pretty fun. Cast this Esper Origins here. Pit of Offerings. We don't need all of this. Fire Magic for 1 deals 6 damage to everything right now. Kind of funny. Okay. They're not dead yet. That's true. They're not dead yet. They're pretty dead. Go ahead and play this Esper Origins here. This here Esper Origins. Some deserts in our graveyard, perhaps. Luis. Don't need them. Not where we're going. Deserts do. Yuck. Pena. A little anticlimactic. I would have liked to have won on this turn, but happy to take the dub nonetheless. Overall, 3-3. What can I say? Really, I don't think Faded Firepower added anything to this deck. I think all of the games that we won with it, we would have won anyway. But it is pretty funny. And maybe there is, like, maybe there's a way to make this actually good. I think the only way would be to... I appreciate our opponent letting us do this. The only way would be to have it do something the turn it enters. You know, you already have Razorkin Needlehead on the field. You already have Hired Claw on the field. Something along those lines. But hey, 3-3. Kind of a wash. Got to do the cool thing in the end. Let's go ahead and just talk real quick, I guess, about a speculative build for this. First off, if you really wanted to build around it, you're all in. Second, I think you go mono red. Make sure you can guaranteed cast this whenever you need to be able to cast this. You are playing... Maybe you're just like Brazen Collector. Just all of the guys that add mana. Could you play 4? Oh. That could be good. That could be good. What's this guy called? Electro. 4 Electros. Interesting. 4 Sunset Strike Masters. I mean, you... This is bad. I wouldn't do this, but I'm just saying this is an option. We're talking about our potential options here. You really could just... I don't think Brazen Collector makes sense. I think you go like 4 Lane Weavers, 4 Sunset Strike Masters are kind of interesting. Although the Strike Masters are pretty fragile right now. So maybe Zookeeper Mechan's a little better. You get to guarantee untap with it probably. Block's okay, kills otters okay. And then I think you play like, I don't know, just search damage, you know? Take off the multicolor here. You're playing 4 lizards. Maybe you're playing 4 fanatical firebrands. They're not like that egregious. Definitely on 4 lizards. Anything that does little chippies, little chippy damage. Maybe Mage Bane Lizard's kind of interesting. Cast a non-creature spell, take 5. You know, that adds up really quickly. At the very least, that could be a sideboard option. Main deck Iroh's Demonstration seems pretty interesting for a mid-range list. 4 Razorkin Needleheads. I guess you could just play Scalding Viper. You know, all these little pinger things. Things that really disincentivize your opponent from... basically just things that add up, you know? Even if, like, so if you build it this way and you have Faded Firepower on 1 or 2, it's still gonna do quite a lot of damage. So maybe maybe next time I mess around with this deck, once I get 4 Faded Firepowers perhaps, I'll try something like this. Let me know if you're interested in that. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, you're a saint, I suppose. I don't know. I wouldn't have stuck it out, but we eventually did get to do the cool thing in the end. So I think I appreciate you checking it out and sticking around for that. Keep coming back for more daily standard brews. I've been your host, Eric, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.